First of all, you've got the audio conferencing, which is your classic phone conference call that nobody really likes, and very few millennials are actually, or post-millennials are very comfortable with. You've got video conferencing, which all of us are familiar with. You've got instant messaging, the most popular being Slack. You've also got dedicated online meeting platforms. So these are integrated platforms. Zoom, which is the most popular. So if it's a platform that you have not used before, so if, for example, if you're used to Teams and all of a sudden the platform they're using is Zoom or Cisco WebEx, it's good for you to actually go in a lot earlier than you would normally do, so that you can familiarize yourself. If you have any technical issues, then you can call for support. If you're going to go for a meeting, it's good to have an agenda, or at least know what is going to be on the agenda, and then try to start as well as finish on time. So that's why the agenda helps keep you track of time, because going on virtual calls or virtual meetings can be quite, I would say, mentally draining. Think about the sound as well as lighting. Try to get a good headset, invest in a good headset, the best that you possibly can, so that you can hear properly, but you can also be heard properly. Well, the good thing is that you don't have to travel anywhere. So I think for me, at least, you can go from one meeting to another, and you can also run half a day worth of workshops and cover more universities, because we don't have to travel from one place. I think there are many, the technology is probably not perfected yet. So one is that the most important one is that there's a loss of, I would say, social interaction, especially when the medium is not yet perfected. So there are glitches, and there are, the infrastructure is not always great. You have technical issues. We've got to evolve with the time, and we also have to adapt. I think in the past, a candidate who connected with me virtually and would put a whole bunch of emojis, and I would pretty much, it would be a bit of a minus point for me. But as we have to rely increasingly, sometimes the call isn't working, and we have to get the message across via instant messaging platform. And that's where I think emojis now have their uses, right? Used appropriately and with the correct language, it helps to put certain written communication in context. Because if you're texting, sometimes without the context, you don't know what the other person is thinking, or whether they mean it as a whether they're angry. There are no emotions, no tone of voice there to interpret. So emojis help interpret the message a lot better, and it avoids any misinterpretation of certain important messages. So you don't risk accidentally offending somebody, or saying the wrong thing. As much as possible, if you can, switch on the camera. I think increasingly a lot of, I would say, candidates don't like to switch on the camera, and even for our own meetings at the office, sometimes it does feel a bit rude, So even if I do have, say, connection issues, what we will try to do is we encourage everyone to at least switch on the camera at the start, that we can see that, oh, okay, it's good to see everyone is here, recognize their faces, make sure that we've got the right people in the room. Be there on time when the meeting starts. When you receive the invitation to attend a meeting or a virtual interview, check the platform out. Familiarize yourself with the platform. Download it on your device and test it. Go in and test it before you actually have to go in. Don't wait to the last minute. Also, it'd be great if you could ask if your interviewer has not provided a phone number for help, because sometimes the recruiter may not be the one resolving your technical issues. Dress appropriately. It's still a job interview. I wouldn't even recommend, some people say it's okay for you to dress nicely from the top. But what if you're trying to present something and you accidentally stand up? Also, if you're going to be on screen, minimize maybe the accessories or anything that jangles and jingles too much, because you don't want to collect light and anything to distract. Minimize the distractions. Lock your door so that there are no stray pets, parents walking in to the interview. Put on your makeup if you have to, or if you want to. It's more than just about how you present on screen. It's also to put yourself, to psych yourself up that it's a job interview.